our travel vlog. Welcome to Travel Foreign actually. So today we're here in Orange Road here in Mildura. So this is just 17 minutes drive from our caravan park, and we just finished the tour, but we're gonna show you the videos after this. And this is the front of the Orange Road. So there's like some things here you can take pictures. There's Orange World Mildura sign. It's the avocados, so we've seen avocados. There's also a lemon here, and with the boots and the Orange Road. And that's the entrance, and this is about it. So
let's take a photo.
Let's take a photo. Come on.
We're finally in the Orange World, where they will actually show you what they do with the oranges once it's harvested. And the guy right there is actually encouraging people to apply as a fruit picker during the picking season. Now here's a demonstration how they sort the oranges or the fruit according to the size and the quality and the weight, whereby it goes to different baskets and they are either sold to the supermarkets or they get squeezed at the farm and sold to the supermarkets as oranges in a bottle. Yeah, this is pretty good. And he was explaining that green color does not mean it's not ripe, but it's actually because of the sunlight that makes it orange. And sometimes, depending on the weather, they don't turn into orange unless they get sufficient sunlight though. So that gives you an idea. Now, if you ever go to the supermarket and are looking to buy orange and you see a green orange in there, that does not mean it's not ripe, but it actually is. It's just because of the sunlight or the weather when they were harvested. Yeah, it's pretty interesting there, and such a life-changing lesson for us consumers.
Welcome to Orange World, and as I said before, my name's Linton and I just help out here at Orange World. It's owned by Mario and Maria, and Mario quite often does this, but he's a little bit indisposed at the moment, so he's asked me to do it, so you've got to put up with me, unfortunately. Mario was born to Italian parents, and when he came out to Australia 40 odd years ago, he couldn't speak Italian and he couldn't speak English. He could only speak French because he was born in Belgium. He came up here picking oranges at Orange World. He very soon got friendly with the boss's daughter. He married Maria, and they now own and operate Orange World. Myself, I'm actually an ex-sheep farmer from a little place in southwest Victoria called Casterton. No one would have heard of Casterton. Anyone heard of the Kelpie sheepdog? Yep. Well, Casterton was the birthplace of the Kelpie sheepdog. We sold the sheep farm 16 or 17 years ago. We bought a motel at Wentworth, which we had for about 11 years. We sold it 5 or 6 years ago, and we're semi-retired or retired now, and we just come out here a little bit and help out at Orange World when they're busy. On our left-hand side here are our imperial mandarin trees, and if you do look closely, you can see small fruit on them. It's a bit hard to see because they're a similar colour to the leaf, but there are small fruit on them, and we'll probably start picking those around about halfway through June. All our mandarins in the last 2 or 3 years have gone to Sydney and been sold through IGA stores in and Sydney. On the right hand side, we've got a bottle hanging in the tree there. I was wondering, can anyone tell me why we would have that there? They're only very small.
these flies do to the fruits and plants?
Yep. They call it stinging the fruit. They put a little pinhole in it. They lay their larvae or maggots in the fruit, usually 3 or 4 in each piece of fruit. And then they go on to the next piece and the next piece and the next piece. So they've done something about it. What they've done is they've put in a series of bores down along what we call River Road, which is about 2 or 3 k's down to our right here, follows the river around. From those bores, they come to a lake on the other side of the Duxton Winery. From the lake. Now, I did tell you before, we started picking the mandarins about halfway through June. We also started picking the navel oranges then. We picked through roughly until about October. I want you to have a think. How many pickers do you think we would need to pick 10,000 trees between June and October? I'm going to pull up here for a second or two, and I'm going to come along and ask you individually how many do you think we would need. But I'll give you a bit of a clue. It's between 1 and 20. So if you get a number in your head, I'll come and ask you. 10,000 trees between June and October.
19.
You going to come picking for us? Very good. 12, 17.
Is it 19?
Any number. How old are you? 8? That'll do.
18.
No, how many pickers? Not your age.
I wish.
The 3.
Okay. For the last nearly 20 years, we've had the same pickers here.
No, I'm not.
They come back here every year. So, 4 pickers generally. So you're very close, mate. Very close. One couple didn't come back last year, but I've grown to about that size by about halfway through June. Now, the song goes a bit like this. Someone may remember it. My dad picks the fruit that goes to cottage to make the cordial that I like best. That was a cottage commercial made 20 odd years ago. They came up here to Orange World to make that commercial. They had a look at our orange trees and they said, or oranges, and they said, well, your oranges aren't orange enough. So they went into town and bought plastic ones. They brought them back out to hang on the orange trees and they said, look, your orange trees aren't big enough. So they hung them on the avocado trees. So you can't always believe what you see on TV. Avocado Lane. There's another girl that does these tours, Rowena. She calls it Lover's Lane. And Mario, when he's doing the tours, he invites any newlyweds if they wanted to take the back stalls in my have a bottle of champagne. Avocados are a subtropical fruit, and when they're young, they do not like frost.
Yeah, these are avocados.
So when we planted the avocados
They have
here,
fruits.
we planted them amongst the orange trees to help protect them from the frost. Now, we could have taken the orange trees out many years ago, but we decided to leave them there. Makes a nice hass, which is a common variety. The other is Veruti. At one stage, you did need 2 varieties for
Not sitting on the
pollination,
ground, look.
but I believe now they've developed trees that you don't have to have 2 varieties that pollinate themselves. Avocados won't actually ripen on the tree. For them to ripen, you have to pick them, put them on the shelf for a week or 2 and they'll soften up. Some people put them in a paper bag with a banana and that'll help ripen them and pick up. Avocados are very good for you. They contain up to 11 or 12 vitamins and up to 14 minerals. Now, every second road you can see we've planted as a shade, not so much a shade, but a windbreak is sorghum. And sorghum is grown by dairy farmers and makes very good cattle feed. We've only put it in there just for a windbreak to help stop those north winds. But they're not sour like a lemon. They're really not sweet either. They're in between, but it does make really nice wine. I've got a grandson. I made some at home. and my grandson in Ballarat, he's taken all my lemonade jam. He absolutely loves it. So I can't wait for him to grow again to make some more. Coming up here we have a bergamot lemon. That's the sort of scented lemon. Has a strong perfume to it. Then I want you to have a look at the next one. Just past the bergamot. It's the Buddha's hand. I'll go slow so everyone can have a look. Totally different. I'll pull up when everyone can actually see it.
Buddha's hand. Oh, nice.
I think everyone can see it now. When they're ripe, they are yellow like a lemon, and they have a heap of fingers on them. They're called Buddha's hands because in the Asian Buddhist temples, they have them in the temples because they represent a Buddha's hand. There's no flesh inside, it's all skin and pith. There's an old one there. The fingers are shriveled up on it. Oh, dropped off. A lot of the fingers are a lot longer than that. They've sort of shriveled up a bit. It does have a nice aroma to it. Right. But probably the only thing you could do is be grated like a grated lemon. Similar type of thing to a lemon, but there's no flesh in it. Very unusual, not grown commercially, because really there's not much you can do with it. But I was in Vietnam about 3 years ago, and they did have them in the Buddhist temple. Now coming up here we've got a kaffir lime. If you have a look at that, it's a little different to a normal lime. It has a very rough skin on it. You can see the fruit forming there. Then we have a navelina navel coming up here. That's another winter fruit, another type of navel. Then we have a Shinotti kumquat. That's good for marmalades. The Villafranca lemon. That'd be nice on a bit of Murray night. And then what we reckon is the best orange you can grow, the Washington navel. Nice and sweet. Then we have a Tangelo. Now a Tangelo is a cross between a mandarin and a grapefruit. You can eat them. Traditionally they've been a bit more tarty than an orange, but they are getting sweeter varieties. Valencia orange, and that does turn a greeny colour in the summertime to protect itself from the sun. A variegated kumquat, make a nice pot plant at the front door. A leg navel, another one of our winter fruit. And coming up here we have a pomelo. Now a pomelo originates from Borneo in Malaysia. A bit like a grapefruit, but it's not as sour as grapefruit. I've eaten them, they're quite nice, but that particular one is just full of seeds. I reckon there's 100 seeds in each one. Then we have a blood orange, and then coming up the world's biggest orange. If you have a look at it on the ground, you'll see some of them. The shadow, like an overgrown grapefruit, and it is the world's biggest orange. Then we have the ruby grapefruit. That'll be a little pink inside. Not quite as sour as a normal grapefruit, quite nice if you're into grapefruit. Then we put a few in pots just to show they'll grow in pot plants. They'll last probably up to 6 or 8 years in a pot plant before you've got to plant them out in the garden. So that completes the train tour of Orange World. I hope I haven't bored you too much. Don't forget, you can buy 1 litre bottles of orange juice for $6, freshly squeezed orange juice, Marie's homemade marmalade jams. Unfortunately, you can't let you taste them up until COVID. Let you taste them these days. And also the orange blossom honey. So thank you for coming on the train ride, and all the best for the rest of the holiday.
This is a variety of marmalade that they're making here. This is a local produce. He said this is his favorite lemonade marmalade, so this is what we're getting of this variety, and it's only $6 per jar. So there's variety, light orange, pumpkin, lime, and ginger. Pangelo, there's a lot. And there's also orange blossom honey. Would you like to have this?
I think so. That's better.
Huh?
I think so.
Orange blossom honey. Nice, right?
I like everything with honey. So
Like honey? You like the honey?
yeah.
You wanna get that? Should we get this? Okay. So you're gonna get this orange blossom honey. And this is the soap that he's talking about. This is the popular salt lake. This is naturally pink salt here in Murray Sunset. Murray Sunset National Park. So Murray's River Salt Mix. Right? Oh, what is this? Cordial. Ah, meat sugar. Look at these cleaners, Mom. Orange oil.
Cool. Leather
Yeah, because
cleaner.
it can remove. Thai ginger mango chutney.
Okay, I don't know what chutney is.
Yeah, so
Sounds like
onion
Indian.
relish. Cured onion relish.
Curried.
Yeah.
Curried.
Honey mustard dressing. They have also dressing. They also have olives. They have
So where's our orange?
there. The orange juice is there. Oh, we should put this magnet.
Oh yeah, magnet. Yeah.
Magnets?
Yes.
Okay, so let's get the Mildura or the orange road. Let's get both.
There's also one.
There's also Wentworth because we've been to Wentworth. Wentworth, right? Wentworth. Mildura is.
I would get this one instead.
That's
Not
nice.
really. No.
Is it small? This small?
Orange roll.
Should we get orange road or just Mildura?
I don't know.
Just
You
this.
decide.
This,
You know we've
because
been
it shows
collecting that,
orange
but
road.
we left all of them in our house in Singapore. The countries we've been to.
No, Mildura should be.
Yeah, we left it in the fridge.
Mildura should be like this.
I got in London. I got
Mildura should be like this. You reckon this is nice?
yeah.
Yeah.
What about that one? That looks better.
Wait, that has rolls.
This is steam magnets. But they only have orange road. So Mildura and this big or the small one? It doesn't matter, right? Is this good? I like the Wentworth and then Mildura.
What about orange roll? Oh no, just Mildura. Yeah, that's it. Come on.
Let's go, boys. Oh, they also have
That's
new oil.
yeah, that's right. Let's go now. Come on. We're spending too much time here.
And 2 liters of orange juice. Yep.
So guys, we have the freshly made squeezed orange juice that Mom got from the counter. We have 2 liters of this. So I'm gonna try it. We had some at the first time we entered, but we already finished it quickly because we enjoyed it so much. This is fresh. So like you can still see some of the pulp.
Right?
So we'll have the real fresh.
Like it?
They probably prepared it already for us. But this one, this was like made say not 30 minutes ago, so clearly it's fresh.
And tell them about what you realize about that, Gab.
So what I realized is, because we live in the city, we don't realize the fact that food takes a lot of effort to make. Because we're from the city, we don't realize that. So, and we were told that there are these green oranges. I forgot the name of it, but the Valencia oranges, they turn green, and some people think they aren't ripe. And they turn green for a reason, because during summer it's like their protection. So people who sell the Valencia oranges, they tend to go broke. Nobody wants to buy them. It's because like sometimes they go broke due to the fact the people don't know that knowledge. So this is like a really good experience because it takes a lot of effort to make this. We were told that 2 couples, 75-year-olds, they go here to pick those navel oranges from June to October. That's a long time.
10,000 trees.
Yeah, 10,000 trees. So yeah, that takes a long time.
Awesome. So
Yeah, so it was a great experience, guys. I hope you can like. You can also visit a farm like this. Visit local farms and support their business as well. Thank you guys for watching, and don't forget to click on subscribe, smash that like button, and we'll see you again on our next adventure. Bye!